And if you just push through, you are going to be so fired up about where your business and life is a couple months from now. And one of the last things I want to mention, and I don't want to offend anybody with this one, but once in a while I hear this, is, you know what? I prayed about it, and I feel like God is calling me in another direction. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just told him that's funny because I prayed about it and he told me to call you. Maybe we need to make sure we're talking about the same guy here. Okay, maybe we're just not talking to the same guy here. So I know it's kind of funny, but I heard a John Maxwell audio, right? He's a former pastor and leadership guru, #1 leadership guru in the world, supposedly. And I was listening to him the other day, and he goes, "Yeah, that's really cute when people in like ministry say, oh, I talked to God and I got to go somewhere else. What they're really saying is, I'm scared to face the problem I've created." Right? And so it was just funny. I'm like, he said it, not me, right? He's John. He's your friend. Don't get mad at me. I'm Derek, I'm your friend too, but he said it. Don't get mad at me. So here's how I believe you can start fixing some of this. Because if a story doesn't change, nothing changes. There's a movie I love called Inception, and the guy talks about, the idea of, where ideas come from and tracing the origin of ideas and all this stuff. And he says, don't think about elephants. What do you think about? Elephants. And you can trace it back to who said don't think about elephants. And what we ultimately come down to is thoughts are things. How we think will determine our actions. Our actions will ultimately determine the results we get. The results we get will become our destiny, our life, the results that we're living. And so at some point we have to start changing these thoughts. We have to start changing these mantras, these stories that we tell ourselves. And once we change our story, our whole life can change. And so here's a couple ways that I've found that helped us change our future, our story from, college kids that were really paycheck to paycheck, not unhappy, but not really getting ahead as fast as we wanted, pursuing a passion that I loved in sports and soccer, but not getting the results I wanted for my future family. We had to change the story because I came from very mediocre beginnings. My parents were teachers, no business owners, all that stuff. But I wanted more results. I didn't want to wait till 65, 70 to retire. I wanted to start living my life earlier, making an impact. So I first had to get a real vision. Not somebody else's vision, not even my upline's vision. I had to get a vision that drove me. People say a lot to me, Derek, how do you stay motivated? I don't